Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Broder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So, I have started the Christmas tree. We're not even to Thanksgiving, and I'm doing the Christmas trees. You can see the one I did the other day, and I painted this background with Owen earlier, and I thought I was gonna do some flowers, and then I thought I'm gonna do some Christmas tree. Owen talked a lot about Christmas trees. He does not want one at our house, but he wants one at Grandma's house. And that's pretty standard for how it goes. And, how much rocking the boat do you do when there's so many big steps that he's taken lately, and going through so many other things? It's just, he's doing amazing. So where do you go from here? What I don't know if I've ever come to the conclusion that there's a right answer. The older he gets, the more things, I don't want to say make sense, but are easier for me to comprehend why he wants. I don't know if I'm using the right words, but it just, like, the easier that I can make things on him, the easier it makes things on me. And that's truly the goal, is to try to make it so he enjoys the holiday, because the happier he is, the happier I am, the happier that it all works out, And I never imagined, I shouldn't say I never imagined, I dreamed of the days, but I just, you try not to put the cart before the horse. But we went to the his therapy clinic, children's therapy clinic, has a 5K, and he looks forward to it. Like, he knows, we've gone several years now, he knows he gets to see Night Santa, and he's so excited. Like, he prayed for Night Santa the night before. He gets thrilled with that. And I never imagined the day we'd go there. And he thinks, I've talked about this a couple of times, but he considers his present to be the candy cane from Santa. And so here he is, thrilled with a candy cane from Santa. And I never knew if he would even, anything like that would make him happy, or if, because he doesn't walk into a store and want, the latest trend or the latest clothes, or he wants everybody in blue pants, and that's his thing. And so when he saw Santa and he asked for his present, and he gave him the candy cane. Owen was so excited because that's his present. And he actually ate it. And then he wanted another one. I said, well, you have to ask Santa for another present. And so he went back and he asked Santa, another candy cane, please, another present. And I mean, here we are. And Owen is asking Santa for this present of a candy cane. And I mean, it's truly a huge moment. That's like my dreams coming true for my son, that he could have that special time. And, I call him my boy with a golden heart, because he's just so kind-hearted and so just giving and everything. And so I'm very excited that that's what he would like consider is his present, is that. So it's amazing, it's wonderful, it's all the things. And he wants to go see Fish Santa, and we'll go at some point. And Fish Santa is at Cabela's, and so they have, it's like the big fish tank and everything, and so he calls that Santa Fish Santa because he's there with the fish. So that is my excitement, that is my thrill, that he finds excitement in those things. And he wants Grandma to have the Christmas tree. Well, let it be. I don't want to. He's making so much incredible progress that I don't want to slow it down. I don't want to change his growth in any way, like to go backwards on something, because he then ate a third one from a little girl. She didn't, she got a candy cane, but we know the family, and she's young, so she gave it to Owen, and he ate the third one. So to have a point where he's doing something like that, he's excited about going to the event and then being with Santa and being able to do these moments. I mean, again, I could not ask for a better moment in time. It's fabulous for me. So, one day at a time. One day at a time. And I'm just thrilled that he has gotten to this point. Years went by and he would not even handle if somebody was opening a present, like literally the opening of a present. And it didn't have to be a Christmas present. It could be birthday or, welcome baby, any present. And he would start having a huge meltdown. And it's because the present was what it was. The wrapping paper, it had to stay intact. It couldn't be opened like that. And so for him to see this present being opened was so, it was too much for him to handle. It was too much for him to think about. It was too much. So he would have the biggest meltdowns over these presents. So for him to go from that to being able to open presents or watch people open presents, it brings tears to my eyes to know that something like that can completely, the growth, the amount of growth that it took to get to that point is huge. And even going, it takes all his strength to let mommy go to grandma and grandpa's on Thanksgiving without leaving. I can't tell you how many times we would go to their house and immediately have to leave because he couldn't handle that I was there at the same time he was there. Because, she would babysit him or she would do this with him, and then I would come, drop him off and then pick him up later, and. So it took years, and we still, to this day, work on that. So it gives me so much hope, and it gives me goosebumps of thinking of how many years we went through those motions where I couldn't even be in the same place on a holiday as him because it didn't fit the rules. It didn't fit the moment in time, And so here we are, years later, and he's 13, and he has to work through every one of those moments so that he can be in the same room as, the family. So he has come a long, long way. So. Now, the other day when I did this, that one, I used this, I think it was this one, this non-compliant brush. It just as the bristles went everywhere. So we'll see what happens tonight when I do it. Of course, it's probably going to be a little more whatever it wants to be, but we're just gonna keep doing stuff. So we got lots going on, and glad that the holidays are upon us here, and Thanksgiving, today's Sunday, so Thanksgiving is coming up Thursday, and he's expecting a Christmas tree to be put up. He's okay with it. And again, there's so many specific little rules for all of this as well, But we at least have, holidays, and we can process that now. And he's able to deal with it without it being too much. And that again, is the big part of this, is that understanding that he is part of the holiday and we celebrate. And he told me yesterday that he wanted a blue shirt with a cross on it to celebrate Christmas. And for him to be able to even express all that is like my little miracle moment. It was wonderful. So, I'm just thrilled that he's at that stage, and found a cross shirt that I like. And I should say, I found a cross shirt that he likes. I liked it. I picked out, I went through and saw ones that, the right size and that type of thing, because I didn't want to show him different ones and then them not having his size and that type of thing. I don't always like a yellow shirt or a black shirt or a blue shirt or green, whatever. If they're long sleeve and they're plain, I don't necessarily quote unquote get his approval, even though he likes some more than others. I just buy a pack of, like they're all. But when he asks for a very specific shirt, then I want to make sure that he, likes the shirt, or like with the jeans and that type of thing. I want to make sure that we're wanting only a specific light blue pair of jeans. And so I got more light blue pair of jeans, but he wants a very specific one pair of blue jeans. So there are still mommy rules and rules that I think will help him in the long run with everything. But I try to let him kind of be a part of what he's making decisions with and clothes that he's wearing. But with the cross shirt, I definitely wanted him to pick it out, because he completely came up with the idea that he wanted this. And so I picked out, I think there was 4 or 5 that I could find that had the blue color, the right size, and had, a cross that looked like a cross kind of thing, plain. Because some of them had lots of writing on them, or that, just too much for him, for what he was asking me. So I picked him out. I showed him to him, and he picked one. So I will get that for him and go from there. So, okay, I think I've got way too many. I was using, oh, I don't even see it now. Here it is, crystal. The white, part of the white is shiny. It's crystal, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. So when it, oops, I'm not probably putting it in when it dries, it's kind of got glitter effect to it. Kind of hard to see, but there's multiple colors on there right now. But that's kind of why it looks like I'm probably not putting much on here right now, is that's the crystal, the crystal part of it. So, but anyways, okay. Oops, as I make a mess. So, We sign O for Owen. Oh, I got paint all over me. L and B. All right. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.